Hi, everybody. It's a milestone year for the Super Bowl and a group of 16 special fans. We're live from the excitement with a group that's been to every single Super Bowl since it started.
And a teacher shortage in our state has Governor Brian Sandoval taking emergency action. The one thing he's doing to bring some relief into our classrooms.
Gunfire and sirens there. A wild chase leads to a sheriff's deputy exchanging fire with the suspect. The dramatic shootout, all caught on police cam video.
News 3 starts right now.
We are continuing to follow breaking news. A family dispute leads to one person shot and killed, another stabbed in the west part of our valley. Police say it started as a fight inside a home near Mountain's Edge and Cimarron between a man and his 19-year-old son or stepson. Officers say the father was stabbed multiple times before shooting and then killing the teen. 6 or 7 people were inside the home at the time. We have a crew on the scene and will bring you the latest on the investigation tonight on News 3 Live at 11 and on the CW at 10.
Then more breaking news coming out of Southern California. The Coast Guard says 2 small planes collided in midair and crashed into the ocean near Los Angeles. Rescue crews had actually converged on the spot off of the San Pedro coast to search for any possible survivors. Officials say a fisherman on a boat saw one of the planes crash into the water and quickly called 911. So dive teams plan to search those waters throughout the night with the hopes that somebody survived.
Happening right now, former President Bill Clinton is in Las Vegas to rally support for his wife, Hillary's candidacy. This is a live picture from the event at the United Brotherhood of Carpenters International Training Center near McCarran Airport. We will bring you back out live to this scene when the former president takes the podium.
Well, this Sunday marks the 50th Super Bowl in NFL history and a very special milestone for one very special group of fans that are living every sports person's dream.
This is an exclusive club. 16 people have been to every Super Bowl game over the decades. Sergio Avila joins us live from San Francisco with this incredible story.
Hey Marie, before we get to that, we are inside the VIP boutique in the NFL shop here at San Francisco. Take a look at this. These bags retail $4,500, jewel encrusted. And of course, the Raiders are here, the possibility they'll be in Vegas. And like you said, these 16 people, some which you're about to meet, now part of NFL history.
They span all walks of life. 16 people have been to every Super Bowl since its inception. Norma Hunt is the only woman. Her late husband, Lamar, founded the Kansas City Chiefs.
I don't consider it an accomplishment or an achievement in any way. It's just been a pleasure the whole way.
This group of writers, groundskeepers, execs, and fans have been there for every history-making play. The liveliest, a group of 5 friends calling themselves the Super Bowl 5, with the jackets and gear to prove it.
If you see us jogging in the morning, you'll see us in warm-up jackets. And we have bathrobes. we got...
I think that's as far as we need to.
This group of 16 all awarded a special medallion by the NFL recognizing their feat.
Perfect.
It's just 5 guys that we just enjoy each other all these years and have a wonderful time and look forward to our Thanksgiving or Christmas, which is our Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl is now a holiday for them. They get to soak in the limelight, especially for this landmark game. Lou decorates his jacket with pins and tells us his home a shrine to the NFL, something his family teases him about.
What are we going to do with all these when you're gone? I said, well, what about my grandsons? She said, you're better off selling them now on eBay because I don't think anybody will be interested in 50 bags of Super Bowl memorabilia. I said, you never know.
These 4 guys I come with, it's unexplainable how good it is for all of us. We love each other so much.
They all range in age from their 70s to their 80s. Larry McDonald says even if they wanted to stop coming to the big game, they can't quit now.
We say, I think I've had enough, but then nobody wants to be the first one to quit. So here we go again, right?
And so there it is. The commemorative corn is available here at the VIP boutique, all for the small price of $49,000. here in San Francisco for the Super Bowl. These 16 people were able to snag one just for spending all that money to go to all of those Super Bowls. And I asked them, who you guys rooting for? They said Peyton Manning, because you know what? In NFL years, he's pretty much as old as they are. Reporting live in San Francisco, I'm Sergio Avila. Back to you guys in the studio.
I love their sense of humor. Hey, Sergio, before we let you go tonight here at 7 o'clock, those folks there, this club, they must get this a lot, but do they have a favorite game?
Marie, there are a couple of them who are New York Giants fans. You know, that one Super Bowl, Super Bowl 42, they called it the helmet catch, where he caught it on his head, and the Giants ended up beating the undefeated Patriots that year. That's one of the favorites for him.
How fun, exciting, and hopefully their wives are adequately entertained as well. Maybe they'll buy them that $4,500 clutch, huh? Sergio Avila, once again, doing News 3 proud in San Francisco, California. Well, daily fantasy sports have exploded into a multi-billion-dollar industry, but here in Nevada, the game is currently on hiatus because state officials consider it gaming and say it needs to be regulated. A cease and desist letter has been sent to the big sites by Nevada's gaming regulators. This caused sites like FanDuel and DraftKings to just disappear. But what if you rely on those sites for half of your income? That was the reality for one Las Vegas man. He's hoping daily fantasy sports return to our state soon, or he might be forced to leave Nevada for good.
This is a result of our government taking something away from us. And maybe they do, maybe they don't realize how it impacts people. It certainly impacts me significantly.
You don't want to miss the Lanks fantasy football gambler Robert Zazicki is going to in order to keep his income from running dry. It's all part of Sergio Avila's special report airing tonight on News 3, live at 11.
Federal authorities are working hard to catch counterfeiters trying to get rich on fake NFL merchandise. Homeland Security officials gathered in San Francisco to talk about the problem. They gave tips on how to make sure fans have a real Super Bowl ticket. As you can see, real ones have a San Francisco hologram and a logo with special ink that fades when heat is applied and then reappears when it cools. Agents also showed off some of the gear they've confiscated. 440,000 items over the course of the last year include jerseys, caps, even fake Super Bowl rings. Authorities say the fake products violate a copyright agreement, and the sale of this kind of gear can fund criminal activities.
Well, police are still looking for 3 men involved in 2 violent home invasion robberies at the end of last month. Police say the armed suspects forced their way into the homes and then assaulted the victims. One house was in the area of Desert Inn Road and Theme Road. The other was near Vegas Valley Drive and Cabana Drive.
This isn't your typical, crime that's taking place. We're really truly seeing some violent individuals that are going into these victims' homes and battering them, pistol whipping them with a firearm, and taking their property, taking the things that they've worked so hard for, in addition to their vehicles. And I think that's something that we really want to get ahead of and get a stop on before they continue these violent acts, or these violent acts get worse.
Well, the thieves stole a car during one of the home invasions. It's a red 2007 Honda Fit with Nevada handicap plate. The plate number is PH83138.
Dashcam video from a sheriff deputy's patrol car shows the dramatic moments a suspect was shut down by authorities. They're the sounds of the shootout. You can actually see the man eluding authorities in a pickup truck in Michigan. After the suspect gave chase, he pulled behind a garage at a home and then jumped out of the car. When the suspect reemerges, he can be seen exchanging gunfire with the officer. That suspect eventually shot twice and taken to a hospital. He is expected to survive. Police later learned that suspect had been firing an airsoft pistol.
A crane collapsed today in New York City, killing at least 1 pedestrian and injuring 3 others. Look at this video. It shows that crane going down as it was being lowered to a more secure position because of strong winds. Several cars in nearby buildings were damaged in that collapse. So far, also, we've been told gas leaks have been in that area as a result of this. Well, the New York mayor toured the damage and has ordered all cranes in the city to be placed in more secure positions as winter weather hits that region.
It's a very painful day. I'm not going to minimize what's happened here. We have to figure out what happened. We have to make sure it doesn't happen again in the future.
Well, utility workers and fire crews swept the area today, and they've been looking at those gas levels.
More news to come here at 7 o'clock. Ahead, how one move from the governor's office could affect hundreds of thousands of Southern Nevada students.
A runaway ATV goes on a wild ride outside of business. Nobody was behind the wheel, though. Security cameras leaves images that causes a lot of people to ask a lot of questions.
And a tree comes crashing through a home and buries a couple for hours. The desperate words of one man as his life crumbled before his eyes.
And how about a little bit of good news? This may very well be the very last night we see temperatures dropping down into the 30s for a while. We've got quite a warm up headed in our direction. I'll have the details next.